and this is a webinar where we're sharing some of our special and unique gemstones that we've been collecting over the year. Some you may have seen before, we just needed to pull them out to show you again because they really are special, and some of them we've been holding throughout the year just for our holiday splash, if you will. So without further ado, there is a list of the one-of-a-kind pieces that I'm going to be showing. So I'm going to try to work in order as well as I can. Now, a few of these have been claimed already, but I would like to just share them anyway for the benefit of those who have adopted them. I really feel like I'm running an adoption agency. I really do. So I'm going to start with the blue topaz. And here are the earrings. Blue topaz that is not treated is very hard to find. What I hear they're doing now is right out of the mine, as soon as the rough material is coming out, they immediately heat it and treat it. And it's not just simple heat. They are irradiating the blue topaz. It makes it a beautiful blue, a bright blue. I think they call it London blue in some cases, if it's a nice, rich, dark blue, but it is not therapeutic, not at all. The blue topaz Australian opal is vitalizing for the sensory system. It's a very pale blue, and you can actually see it in this light. I'm not sure if it's coming through on the webinar camera, maybe not. And I'm wearing gray, so that's not helping. I should have worn white. But I can see it as blue, and what I've also noticed is that in sunlight, the blue shows up more strongly. So here are the earrings and the necklace. What we have in stock for blue topaz is all we have. Next on the list is pink sapphire earrings. But these are beautiful. And the pink sapphire have a strengthening effect on the emotional body. Let's see if I go like this, you can see them better. Oh yeah, there we go. I can do that. So very strengthening, nourishing and strengthening for the emotional body. These are on 14 karat white gold, yellow gold. Okay, aquamarine. We made a bracelet out of this aquamarine, and there's applications for single spheres of this, but we thought, let's make this into a bracelet, and I just love this. I just love this. Aquamarine helps bring awareness to what's going on in your body, and when the aquamarine is translucent, which they don't have any in this particular collection, but we do have some. It tends to work more in the aura and more holistically, if you will. When they're opaque like this, actually they are opaque, there's a tiny bit of translucency to these spheres. The emphasis is going to be on the physical body. So helping to alert and awaken your intelligence centers as to what's going on in your body. And once the awareness is on the plate, so to speak, once your body becomes aware of what's going on, then the healing resources can come in. And because the body knows how to heal. Body knows how to heal. That's a really important principle. And when you give it the resources to heal, it's going to. And the body can figure it out. So this is a really beautiful, if you're into bracelets, especially big ones, and you have something physical going on that's just not resolving itself, this is a lovely tool to use to help with that. Next we have our Chakra Guardian spheres. Now there's 2 necklaces and a bracelet in this particular collection. When I go to find Tanzanite, what's typically available is rondelles, because the rondelle is a more efficient use of the crystal. They might make spheres when a crystal is, instead of thin, is fatter, so that the most efficient use of that crystal is the sphere form. Spheres also have to come from larger source rough than a rondelle. So having found spheres I felt like I found a prize, because it's really unusual to find the sphere. The sphere and the rondelle are both, they're both therapeutic for sure, but when you have the sphere, you're going to have more evenly radiating, the energies of the gemstone will radiate more evenly throughout the aura. And what else is really cool is that the higher quality Tanzanite is going to be trichroic. That means you can see 3 colors in it. Some Tanzanite is dichroic, which means when you turn the bead you see 2 colors. And a lot of these are trichroic. You're going to see a blue, a pale blue, and a purple. And that purple is special, to be able to see that. And in the sphere, it's a lot clearer. The trichroism is a lot clearer. You can see. So that's these. The Chakra Guardian is the tool that we use for chakra evaluation and correction. And we have an entire class or module on that we teach at level 2 gemstone therapy training for practitioners. Okay, next I have to show you Sugilite. We have 3 bracelets, and gosh, I hope you're going to be able to see the color difference, and a necklace. I'm going to lift these up again. Purple is really hard to see on cameras. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. Well, maybe you can. Well, let me describe these colors. First of all, the finest quality that I have here, I'm doing my best here, is this necklace. This has a bright purple color, if you can see that. And the bracelet is also that bright purple, but the color is not as even. There's some inconsistencies in the color. And that's reflected in the price. The really good deal with Sugilite are these 2 here. They are darker, which lowers the price, but the effect is a little bit, the effect is the same. What Sugilite does is the Sugilite energy reaches out into the aura, and then what it does is it makes these little tubes that help to absorb unwanted energies in the field. So it's kind of like a vacuum cleaner a little bit. I reserve the term, I had the tendency to want to use the word sponge, but it's not quite a sponge, more like a vacuum cleaner. But when it's dark like this, the attention is going to be more on the physical. The brighter purple color like this is going to be more throughout the field. Now, let's see. If you can reach through the internet, I think the necklaces I'm wearing aren't going to interfere. You're welcome to just get a sense of what this is like in my energy field, what it's doing to my field, immediately filling the field and looking for concentrations or clouds of unwanted energies. Feels really good. As those energies are absorbed and released, you get this feeling of upliftment. Now, these 2 bracelets are the same. I think the lengths are a little different. So I'm going to just do that. See if you can see the difference. The mass is different, but look for quality. If you can sense it, what I'm sensing is that this is more, it is more physical. It is addressing my physical body more. Anyway, these are really fun to play with. Keeping with the purple theme, I'm going to jump over to the Charite. This is the 30-inch that's pictured on that page. This is just amazing. I have no idea what Bill had in mind when he had this strung, but I'm so glad he did. This is just super awesome to have such a mass of Charite indigo. Whew. So what the Charite indigo does is that it focuses on your brow chakra in strengthening that brow chakra vortex, and in strengthening it, a strong brow chakra is going to be becoming a better vehicle for your intuitive knowing. The brow chakra is the chakra of intuition, of dreams, of foresight, being able to see what's lying ahead for you. And the Charite is like food for your brow chakra. So this is just incredibly beautiful quality, and you can lift it right over your head. Isn't that nice? The quality of these spheres is really, really nice. Really nice. They're all, I think these are 10 or 12, 10 millimeter, maybe a little more. It will be on the list there, what the size is. But really, really pretty. And very helpful to you also. We have a technique for using this where you would hold the necklace and put the symbiote at your brow, and as you're thinking about what you'd like your future to be, just gradually moving the necklace away, kind of like this. You see what I'm doing here? And that's going to let you know, like if you got a blockage, it's going to stop. But the idea is that you'd like to be able to keep going, and even when your arms extend as far as they can, it feels like they could keep going if you had longer arms. That's what you're going for. You can also come back on the inflow. So on the outflow, you are thinking about what you would like your future to be, and when you bring the necklace back, you're saying to yourself, okay, well that's what I'm putting out, but I'm willing to receive whatever comes. And you can see that I got a little blockage on that, so I'm going to have to work with that. Okay, I'm willing to receive whatever comes. Whatever comes, I will accept gratefully, knowing it is for the good of the whole. Here. So I got through that blockage, and that's an exercise that you can do with Charite and indigo. Doesn't matter what the size is, I just wanted to showcase that one because it's big and it's so beautiful. Oh. Okay, let's jump on to our Colorays. We have a few Coloray necklaces in this collection, and we put them here because they're made of really big gemstones, and this is the ruby, emerald, and sapphire. And because we believe in pairing these precious gemstones with white beryl, you are getting a necklace that would be a third of the price if this was a solid necklace of ruby, emerald, or sapphire. So it's, for the size of these precious gemstones, it's a really good deal. Look at the size of that emerald in the middle. See if you can see that. It's just enormous. Emerald is an excellent stone for supporting physical healing. The green Coloray is the color that the visceral organs call to themselves. The emerald energy has a neutralizing effect on negative energies. And of course the white beryl is clearing blockages of that ray as it comes toward the body and also as it leaves the body. Because the Colorays move toward and away from the body in a rhythmic flow, or they should if you're healthy. And if there's a reason to wear these gemstones, there is a reason, therefore, to have white beryl in the necklace, to allow that nice flow of energy. So that's the big three, ruby, emerald, sapphire, except we also have yellow sapphire, and I'm pointing this out. This is new material, and look at the size of this. We have never had yellow sapphire this big. This is just really, really cool. And we strung it long. This is longer than what we usually do. We'll usually string the precious ruby, emerald, sapphire much shorter to make it just more affordable. But I think this is 25 inches long. And it reaches the heart, which has, I think, a significance too. I would wear yellow sapphire when I want to enhance my role as being the leader of this very important work that I'm doing, leading my company, leading the Gemstone Therapy Institute. And when I go through cycles where I am high-level planning, I wear the yellow sapphire in some form, usually around my neck. And I just feel when it's down here to reach your heart, that's going to be inspiring more heart-based leadership. So just really pretty as well as being a wonderful tool for enhancing your life. And the reason it has those qualities is because of the yellow Coloray. And yellow sapphire brings in that yellow Coloray. It is the carrier of the yellow Coloray, as opposed to citrine, which calls in and prepares the body for the yellow Coloray. These are two necklaces of what we call lemon citrine. Every color has a range, and yellow, you're going to have yellow-orange, then you're going to have pure yellow, and then you'll have greenish yellow, till you get to green on the Coloray spectrum. Okay? So everyone has their own tone of yellow. Is it more brownish yellow? Orangey yellow? Is it a true yellow? Is it a bright yellow? A muted yellow? Is it a light yellow? Is it a little greenish yellow? And what is so interesting is that of all of the Coloray-bearing gemstones, it seems that, well, it's very evident that the yellow Coloray has the most variations of citrine, which helps prepare you to accept a pure yellow color. So their citrine is going to be not technically carrying the Coloray, but calling it, helping you to be able to prepare to receive it. So if you're in tune with this particular color of yellow, that would be a really nice investment, because it can be strong enough to call in or to support your body's ability to call in yellow all by itself, which it should do. You should be able to call in all the colors in full amount. Okay. These are particularly large rondelles, very nice size as a necklace. Beautiful incandescence. You can see the brightness I think you can, reflecting from the light. I know I can from the angle that I'm at. And the action of citrine is to unwind. And the rondelles have this beautiful, gentle, unwinding effect that allows it to access tension that is so much deeper and so much more subtle than the chips, because chips are a common form of citrine. The chips are like the gross adjustment on a radio. For those of you, I'm going to date us all, right? For those of us who remember what it was like to turn the dial on a radio, there was the coarse adjustment and the fine tuning. The rondelles offer the fine tuning, which can also go more deeply. Because yellow ray is all about the stomach chakra is what is the main funnel for yellow ray for the whole body. Any issues that you may have with tension in here or in the gut, citrine can help you work through that. Oh, I just want to keep talking about citrine, but we have to move on. Okay. All right. This is Morganite. This is a heart song. And I have a heart song very similar to this. And I bring it to the workshops and the retreats because everybody likes to use it. It comes up so much. And whenever heart song is required and you're going to be wearing it, this is heavy, but if you need it, it will feel as though you're not wearing anything at all. I absolutely love wearing this necklace when I need it, and when I need it is when I feel as though my emotional body has just been depleted. There's just maybe been so much going on in my life where I've had to be emotionally involved in some way, and this is like vitamins for your emotional body. Would you recommend placing a necklace of citrine chips on a quartz cluster? You can place anything on a quartz cluster, and it's going to radiate whatever that energy, anything meaning gemstones, on a, anything. Now my imagination's going. The loaf of bread, a cat. No, what I meant was any gemstone. You can place any gemstone on a quartz cluster, and it will radiate those energies throughout the room. I think that if you're going to be wearing citrine for unwinding stress and tension in your gut, I would wear it. I think it really needs to be on your body for that purpose. But for general effects otherwise, yeah, you could definitely put it on the cluster. Okay, has this one been spoken for? I don't believe so, not as of the beginning of the webinar tonight. Let's see, moving on. Let's see which one's next. Okay, I think it's the leopard skin jasper. Now every once in a while we find something kind of unusual, and this is so unusual we had to adjust our leopard skin jasper design. We have this leopard skin in, it's either 10 and 12 or 8 and 10. For some reason I'm not getting the sizes. Oh yeah, 12 millimeter and 10 and 12 millimeter. Okay. Now, what's beautiful about this, it has, these are gorgeous little dials on all of these spheres. But the color, look at the color. On first glance it was, well, is that leopard skin jasper? And yes, very clearly it was doing what leopard skin jasper does. It draws to you what you are asking for and needing. This color, it's not light yellow, it's like a peachy color, and it really seemed to be drawing especially toward the center. And so it just seemed more appropriate to add more of this peach aventurine, which is the symbiote. So as leopard skin jasper draws to you what you need, the peach aventurine helps you assimilate it and digest it, if you will, to digest and assimilate. And because this seemed to be particularly attuned to the stomach, food, digestion, and that whole process, we felt, you know what, let's see if this gemstone wants more peach aventurine. And it did. It was all ready to honor the design that we had been given with the other leopard skin, but this wanted peach aventurine every 3 gemstones. 3 is numerologically, it's about change and allowing shifts to happen, to allowing movement to happen. So we thought this would be a fun one. This is one we've been holding on to until now to share with you for our holiday celebration. So, there's that. You see, everyone at GEMFormulas, we're really into the holidays. We have, our background is, I grew up with Christmas, Ryan grew up with Christmas, Bill did, we're all, we throw up the decorations, and we just love the Christmas tree. We're all into that, so it is a celebration for us too. It's about giving. It's about feeling that there is enough for all. So anyway, philosophically, all that aside, this is Australian opal with aquamarine. When I got back into working with gemstones, this was in 2006, when I was working actually for my ex-husband for a little while, completing some karmic contracts with that. I was doing a lot of inner work with, you might say, inner world physicians. Oh yeah, you can read it in my book, right? Accepting Destiny. Check it out on Amazon. So, sincere plug. Okay, well, the Dr. A, he has a son, and his son gave me a necklace of aquamarine opal to help me to receive the information more clearly. Maybe my head is a little thick sometimes. I don't always get things as swiftly as I like to, and had some concepts that needed to be softened in order to be able to be the best vehicle I could be for that information. It's about bringing the inner to the outer, really. So what opal does is, if you can imagine a rut, okay, so here's the ground and here's a rut, okay? Like what your tire might get stuck in if you're traveling through thick mud, you get stuck in a rut. Okay, well, the mind has ruts. And the more we have these ideas of the way things should be, the deeper those ruts become. And what the opal does is first thing it does is fills up the rut with its energy. And the aquamarine helps be that spotlight to say, hey, there's a rut over there's a rut over there. And the opal goes, okay, I see it. And then it fills the rut with its energy. And then the rut starts to fill. And then the surrounding area here, it starts to soften. So the next stage after this, if you got that shape, is kind of like this. So it's not so deep, and now it becomes sort of like this indentation. And in the healing process, where it eventually flattens, and then you're able to see things as they truly are. So that includes yourself. To see yourself for who you truly are. To see your dreams for what they truly mean. To see others in your life for what and who they truly are. And then be able to work around that in greater harmony with all those around you. So anyway, care of opal, we like to, if you put some oil in your fingers, the industry uses mineral oil. We think that a vegetable oil is just fine. Put some oil in your fingers after you've cleaned it, and then just rub your fingers over the opal. Opal is up to 11% water, the molecular structure of opal. It actually contains water molecules. So with that oil, especially in dry climates, especially in the wintertime when we have our heat cranked up, we don't want our opal to dry out. Adding that little bit of oil is also going to bring out the play of color, which is the technical term for that fire in the opal. I just love this one. Okay. What time is it? Oh my gosh, moving on. Okay. Next we have Poppy Jasper. We do have some more Poppy Jasper left. Poppy Jasper is like the gemstone equivalent of caffeine. It has a very fiery, let's get up and go kind of feeling as it gets your energies, especially those sluggish ones, it gets them going. And then you have no choice but to move your body so that you can channel through the energies that this gemstone stirs up in you. Every one of these beads has 3 colors in it, as Poppy Jasper should. Some of them are more classic Poppy Jasper appearance than others, but we handpicked each of these beads. And we have 8mm and 10mm. So that's that. We pair it with Riverstone, so that Riverstone is important because as the Poppy Jasper gets things going, you need that Riverstone to say, hey, yeah, we're going to go down this direction, because that's the direction you need to go in. So Poppy Jasper. Okay. Now here's something different. This is double helix pink rhodonite. Now, what's really special about this, can you see the color of this rhodonite? It's just amazing. And this is one of the instances where we found this 4mm rhodonite, and it's just so therapeutic, but couldn't be a part of our Foundation 5 because the bead size is just too small. And for sessions and even for self-therapy, we recommend the 8mm as being a nice balance. The 8mm for the Foundation 5, the ruby onyx, the dark green aventurine sapphire, the rhodonite pink tourmaline, agate citrine, and mother of pearl blue chalcedony. So it is ideal for a double helix design. There are 2 pink tourmaline right here. And it has a nice length too. So what I really like about this is that the Foundation 5 and in particular Rhodonite pink tourmaline. This is the fire element of the 5 elements. And the foundation 5, those 5 necklaces, relate to the 5 elements of Chinese medicine. All of the other elements are associated with 2 meridians. Well, the fire element has 4 meridians. When you're wearing the double helix, this intertwining of the rhodonite, it seems to take those 4 fire-related aspects of that element and bring them together, help them become more harmonious, more cooperative, if you will. So, yeah, if this is you, this is for you. This is Rhodolite with red spinel. This is very high quality red spinel also. Very beautiful. Very big, very clear. This has a beautiful candescence, and the difference between rosolite and rose quartz, it's a matter of vibration. It's not just rose quartz cut into a rondelle. These are nearly flawless, which also adds to its vibration. They are clear, which adds to its vibration. And they have this beautiful brightness or candescence, which also adds to its vibration. So we consider this true rosolite. Rosolite red spinel is nourishing. These are the gemstones that nourish the muscular system. We now have a necklace that is more true to the muscular system because of all the red spinel, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is also very good for the emotional body, especially when you have a link between your emotions and physical tightness, especially in the muscles, or disease in the muscular system, pain throughout the muscular system, that correlates with I'm sorry, I was just looking at the chat. Someone asked me a question. Let me finish my sentence. That correlates with big emotional events in your life. Ongoing grief, for example. Ongoing anger or despondency that you just can't seem to shake. And yet at the same time, you've got this stuff going on in your muscles. This would be ideal. An ideal tool to help unravel that. That big giant tangle of thread. This necklace can help start unwinding that ball of thread so that as things loosen up, healing energies, your own healing energies, can get in and start helping you find some resolution. So that's when this would be called for. So in contrast, this is not on this list, the one-of-a-kind list, but you can find it under rhythm. If you type rhythm in the search box, then you'll see on the drop-down menu this necklace will come up. This is our newest design, and this is the big one. I have been test driving it. I've also been test driving a smaller one so I can get a sense of the difference. This is red spinel with pink spinel and rosolite. So this one is more directed to the muscular system. This one, muscular system as it interrelates to your emotional body. This one, muscular system as it relates to your heart, your which is a muscle, smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, all the muscle in your body, and particularly rhythms. Spinel is the keeper of the rhythms. Okay, so from a therapeutic standpoint, which is more impactful? Are we looking for sphere size or are we looking for quality? Okay, that is a really good question. I can say a couple things about that. First of all, quality. Some people have come up to me and said, well, you may consider this a real low quality piece, but I really feel upliftment from it. And I'll say, yes, I agree. Maybe you have, and I believe you have. That's great. But what you'll find is that the higher the quality, the longer something is going to support you. If you're working with a low quality anything, you're going to outgrow it. If you're working with the highest quality, very rarely would you outgrow it, if ever. So, yes, it's important to work with high quality so that it will be a tool that you'll be able to work with forever. As long as you keep it clean. Because when you find that you're no longer attracted to a specific tool, it could be two reasons. One, there's something else you have to work with. It's time to let that one rest. Or two, it's because it's accumulated so much unwanted energy that it's kind of clouded the piece and it needs to be cleared in order to serve you again. So that's the quality thing. And the size has to do with the horsepower. If you have a 4 horsepower engine, it's going to take you a while to get up a hill. The larger the sphere, the more horsepower you have. The more of that gemstone energy you've got, the more you have then to radiate, the farther it's going to radiate, the faster. So yeah, you wear a small necklace, maybe 3.5, 4 millimeters. It may take a while to radiate through your field, but it will. As long as you wear it, it will get there. Absolutely. A larger necklace, something like this, for example, you put it on, it's there. it's there. So if you're working as a practitioner and you have a clientele, yes, I would recommend going for the bigger pieces because you only have a small amount of time to work with a client and you want to be able to give them your very best. Of course, keeping that in balance with your pocketbook because I think that's really important. We would never recommend you spend more that's comfortable for you. You've got to have that balance. So it's all about health, and health includes that financial balance as well. Okay. Talking about big, this is the Rutilated quartz. This is huge. Look how big that is. This one sphere in the center here is just bonkers. I think it looks like it might be 16, where's the tag? Oh, I don't know what I do with it. But it's huge, and it would lay pretty close to your heart, too. Okay, well, if you're about my size, it would. It's laying right here. Woo! So, Rutilated quartz, building bridges of communication, helping you to speak along those bridges so that your message is clear and succinct, and also helping your audience to receive and hear what you're trying to say. Rutilated quartz. It's a bridge. 2 sides of a bridge. There's you, the communicator, and it's your audience. It's also whoever you're speaking with and you as the listener. Two ways the bridge goes. If you have a message that you feel is important to share with a wide audience, if you're a teacher, a performer, a guru in one thing or another, a leader, this can help you fulfill your mission in this lifetime. The energetics that support all the physical education that you've had, all the effort it took to receive your gifts, and the courage it takes to be that leader and stand in the forefront to share whatever it is that you have to share. Rutilated quartz. That one had a profound effect right here on my heart. It just reminded me of how important I feel my mission is in this lifetime. So, yeah. This is the last one. This is white beryl turquoise. And this white beryl is big. This is big white beryl. In Gemstone 101 workshop, you learn a technique for using the white beryl turquoise to do what we call energy extractions. That's a really powerful technique. Gemstone 101, the introductory workshop. You learn this, I wonder if I have the tool here. It's an amazingly powerful technique to extract unwanted energies that are deeply rooted in your body or stuck in your aura. But usually if they're in your aura, they're also reflected in your body, so you can extract that energy from your body. We have had some amazing stories come out about the efficacy of white beryl turquoise extractions, sometimes many extractions, but once that energy is out of the body, wow, the leaps in self-healing that can occur when you're free of that unwanted energy and are able to allow your own healing energies back in. So a necklace like this, very powerful tool for that. Just wearing it yourself. I have a necklace that I thought was big until we got this material. And this is really, really big. But anyway, so the white light that collects around you wearing this is also purifying. So if you find yourself in a situation where you are bombarded by negative energies, a negative environment that you have to be in, whether because that's where you live, or that's where you work, or that's where you choose to be in order to give service of some kind, this necklace and the white light that it helps draw to you is like a shield of protection. Ooh, clears too. I'm feeling, whoo, wow, nice feeling. Well, it looks like I met the challenge. I talked about all those gemstones in 59 minutes. I don't think I missed any. I think we have them all. So, opening up to questions. Will agate necklaces be available soon? Yes, agate will be available soon. We do have some. We got another shipment in. Agate is becoming rare, the quality that we are looking for, the quality in agate where there's just one color, one frequency. That's getting very rare. Let's see what else is getting rare. Chrysoprase is getting rare. Lilac quartz is getting really hard to find of the quality that we go for. We have gotten another parcel, but it's twice the price of what it was to get that gem quality that we're looking for. How have I found the rhythm necklace during its test drive? Okay, well, after I had my little mishap with my heart over the summer, it really tanked. My heart really tanked. They were actually for a while thinking they were going to have to retransplant me, and so I'm off that. That's completely off the table now. I like to be scientific about things, but in this case, I did everything I possibly could. So it's hard to attribute any one thing. Certainly the gemstones I know played a huge role. What else played a huge role, I think, was just giving my heart a lot of love. But what else played a huge role is the cardiac rehab that I was doing 2 or 3 times a week. Now, cardiac rehab, they hook you up to a monitor and they make you exercise. So when I first started, I could not walk, 1 mile an hour for very long. And now I'm doing 2.5 miles an hour on an incline. And so we've been charting my progress, and I've been pretty steady. Once I got over the initial hump, so to speak, my progress was pretty steady. My heart rate never got above 105. And they started putting me on CoQ10, and my endurance improved. So we had been doing that for about 3 weeks. Then I started wearing the rhythm, and all of a sudden my ability to make my heart beat faster, to work harder, improved. So my last rehab class, which was this Friday, I was able to get my heart rate up to 118. And that's really significant. From the highest 105 to 118, the nurses were like, wow, that's amazing. So there are some hard numbers. And we don't have a lot of hard numbers in energy medicine yet. I believe they're possible. I look forward to seeing them, and I certainly support people who do the work to help collect those numbers, even if it's just anecdotal evidence. But for me, this was a hard number. That with the support, and this is the big one, okay? So I can feel the heat of these gemstones penetrating into my body. Yeah, I can definitely feel it, and I can feel. My husband notices it. He keeps accusing me of not turning the heat down at night because we kind of like it cold when we sleep. So because I keep the necklace with us in bed at night too, so he feels the warmth even though it's on me, which is kind of neat. I can get more of this. I can get even bigger of this. There's one strand that's even bigger. Amazing, amazing quality. It's just amazing quality. Yeah. Thank you very much. Someone said, I'm glad this necklace presented itself to you when you needed it. My best wishes for your continued recovery. Thank you. Yes. It's actually quite miraculous because it did. And I didn't need it before. But I needed it now. And so I figured how amazing is that we were given this necklace, and it just happened to be when I needed it the most. And I just feel so incredibly blessed and humbled by that. Yeah, because it's not supposed to be about me, it's about you. It's about everyone who could use some energetic support to realize that our physical symptoms, our physical path, our physical journey is just the tip of the iceberg, and that unseen part underneath, that's the energetic part, and that's the most part, that's the biggest part. And there are things we can do to support that biggest part, and that's these guys right here, the gemstones. Yeah. Yeah. The gems in the necklace, you mean this one? This is red spinel, pink spinel, and rhodolite. Yeah. Okay, so before you leave, type in which one was your favorite. Which one I'll just leave it at that. Which did you think was the most beautiful, or the most happy, or the most... Which one do you want to give your gratitude to on the way out? Large roselle, red spinel. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty cool. The red spinel, pink spinel, opal, aqua, rutilated quartz, sugilite. Let's see, I can't play favorites because like they're all my children. Looking, let's see, who's calling me right now? I'll do it that way. Who's calling me? Who's calling me is the emerald. Oh, I guess it's time to go. The light just turned off. Okay, everyone. Well, have a wonderful evening. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night, and thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found this as fun as I did. Okay, good night.